hopefully we're live again. Just heard a warbling vireo. Hopefully this is not meaning that we're getting to have more and more problems like last week. Last week we started off okay, and then we started to have complications for some reason, and then eventually I couldn't even restart. And hopefully that's not going to happen today. I had the feeling last week that it might not have been an issue with the signal or my equipment, because I ran a test, or tried to, on Sunday. It wasn't the signal because I connected everything directly to my my own home network, and I still couldn't connect. And then things improved during the week. I don't know what that was. It just flew across the road. And now a second one. Hold on. Oh, they're chickadees. Okay. Two black-capped chickadees. At least I think that's what they were. Now, last week, I did walk around that sapsucker as if you were all with me, but I didn't. I decided eventually not to post the whole video. I could have. I don't know if I didn't see all that much. I did almost have a good look at a Veery, almost. But I just couldn't get things set in time and then it took off. And I did see the, Canada geese and goslings. I did post that video. The other thing I saw last week fairly well was it was a woodpecker. It was a hairy. Wouldn't say it was quite good enough to post, all by itself as a standalone video. But it was a nice clear look. And part of that was because of the setup that I was using and hope to use today, assuming that we'll be able to go to sapsucker together. chipmunk. Some flies that are really bugging me right now. Some kind of fly. So we're gonna head back, and we'll go to probably go to East Road. Now, with this kind of sunshine, who knows what we'll see? We haven't been seeing much there anyway, but even if we do see things there, we may not see them very well. Maybe go to Mays Point too. You know, again, depending on how things go, and then maybe we'll head back to Ithaca. I haven't even stopped at Shockey Pool lately, but because of the way things have grown in, you know, everything is so very distant there. I hate to waste time. In a way, I wouldn't mind stopping there. But maybe we shouldn't. We'll see. It's interesting, as I look at my dashboard right now, it's all covered with dust, which was not there when I started today. The dust was blowing around and landed, you know, on the various screens and things. Okay, fine. How come, like, I could open the windows and drive and have lots of wind going through the car? The dust never leaves the car. It stays. It was able to pick up and find its way into the car, but it can never find its way out. Mourning dove. Is that a mourning dove? Yeah, and I see two more. Okay. Thought they were possibly something else. Okay, I might be hearing chipping sparrows. Yes, hear that? See, listen how rapid it is. It's almost mechanical. It's more rapid than what you're hearing when we're on like Wildlife Drive and we're hearing swamp sparrows. They have a slower, softer chirp. And, you know, there are variations, and sometimes, you know, the song or call of the chipping sparrow might be a little softer and a little slower, and, you know, conversely, the song of the swamp sparrow might happen to be a little faster, a little bit more mechanical sounding, a little harsher, I should say. And you might say, well, okay, well, then how do you tell the difference? Well, sometimes it's just a matter of location. And, you know, you're making an assumption you're making an assumption, certainly, but if you're in an area with, marshy areas, wet areas, okay, then, chances are, all right, you're hearing a swamp sparrow. But here, we're on dry ground. I don't believe there's any water nearby, not where we were just now, and it's more likely a chipping sparrow, and it sounded like a chipping sparrow. I'll tell you of an audio disc I've listened to, and quite honestly, I should listen to it better, more thoroughly, and really sit down and listen to it rather than listen to it in the car, which is what I have done, and try various things. But some of these calls and things I've learned to distinguish just because of it, and it's older now, but it's called birding by ear. And I believe there may be a number of different versions, and I've listened to the one for the Northeast where we are, and I've learned a few things from it, and that's the chipping sparrow versus swamp sparrow in terms of their vocalizations. I really learned that through from birding by ear. I haven't listened to it in a while, and I really should re-listen to it and really sit down and, I think there are exercises you should, that they recommend doing in terms of testing your knowledge, and I probably should do that. Maybe I just don't have the patience for such a thing, but skunk in the road, unfortunately, dead skunk. I'm not saying that's the only, the only thing to listen to. There are many courses and many, offerings. I should say, the Lab of Ornithology, the Cornell Lab of Ornithology offers plenty of such courses that can really help somebody learn. I personally probably should try those courses, but it's a matter of time and patience, and sometimes I don't have the patience, I guess. So I generally, personally shy away from them, although I'm sure I could benefit from them. It's pretty obvious. My knowledge is limited. Species that can be very, very difficult to tell apart when you see them, and sometimes you really have to hope that they call and or sing, and that can tell you what you're seeing. So we're heading towards East Road. I suspect that it'll be a quick visit, but you never know. I mean, last week I didn't expect to see them, but we had a nice look at eastern bluebirds, and I did post video, by the way, of them. And I'd say, while we were seeing them, we had a few very nice looks. There were two male bluebirds that we watched. So we're on, or turning on to a stroke. So it's official now. Okay. It was in this stretch, and I see a bird on a wire right now. What is it? I'm not sure. I see an American goldfinch up higher. I'm not sure what this other bird is. Oh, and I see a northern flicker on the ground. And I hear a crow. Let's see if we can maybe turn the car a little bit and get a look at the flicker. I'd love to. So this is a northern flicker. Lighting isn't perfect, but it's what we've got. Does seem to be looking up at something, maybe. Lighting's a challenge. I'm glad it turned, though. It gives us a chance to look at it a little better. Again, a northern flicker. It's a type of woodpecker. Oh, there it goes. Okay. All right. It's not really within view any longer. While we're at it, I can't do it. See if I can get a look at that bird that's on the wire. I'm not sure what it is. Oops. I just heard a bluebird. Oh, and whoever that was just took off. All right, let's get situated here again. And I'm going to leave this camera in place, I think. Actually, batteries do. Oh, not quite. Getting there. Anyway, I did hear a bluebird, but I'm not saying that what's on there. And I think I just saw two mourning doves. Hold on, is that somebody? No. In the air, see a number of starlings, maybe 7 or 8. Okay, up ahead, I don't want to still see. I'm going to switch cameras.